All right, there they are. With I put some light bulbs in them there, some antique style light bulbs up in there. I think those look really nice in there. I've been trying out some different porch lights lately, so luckily I got these GOODEA yard porch lights sent to me to make a video about. The nice thing about these porch lights is that it's easy to change the light bulbs. You can just reach your hand up in here and change the light bulbs there. These look like they got a nice metal cover on them, and they're glass right here. That's glass right there. It's got this nice hook on here. It's got a really nice look. It gives it like an old lantern type look. And then there's the mounting bracket on the back there to mount onto the wall. So it looks like it's a nice good bracket there. This particular kit comes with 2 of them, so you get 2 matching lights there. It also comes with the instructions here, and then 2 little bags of wire, nuts, and screws there. We'll see what it says on the instructions here. So it's got the little wiring diagram there, so we'll go ahead and turn the power off and then connect these up here. Looks like the first thing to do here is disconnect this right here, and then inside here I see 2 wires. We got a black wire for our line wire, and then a white wire for our neutral wire, and then there's probably a copper wire. Yeah, there's a copper ground wire. So we just need to unscrew this here and then take out this little piece of styrofoam, and then this will be all ready to install. So I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to get these set up out there and see how they look. Here's a close-up here of how the looks there. See the light reflecting off the metal there. It's got a nice textured metal paint on it right there. Looks really nice. It doesn't come with any light bulbs though, so you need to put your own light bulbs in. I got some light bulbs that I'm going to put in here, some antique type light bulbs. You can also put smart bulbs in there or whatever you want, but I'm going to go ahead and put some antique ones in there. So I'll go ahead and get this set up, and then we'll put the light bulbs in and see how it all looks. First thing I'm going to do here is turn off the breaker. It's the hall entry right here. I'll just double check the lights here and make sure they're off. All right, they're off, so now I'm good to go. I took the back off here. This is the mount here that'll go connected to the wall. Just had a little styrofoam piece in there. You don't need that. So you can bottom those out there, and then that gives you a little more room there for your brackets to fit onto the lights. See how we got that there? You can just tighten those up there to hold it in place, and then screw those in or loosen them up depending on your setup. And then you got your white wire, which is your neutral wire, your black wire, which is your line wire, and then your copper wire, which is the ground. I ended up keeping the screws that were holding the old mounts in there, and I'll just reuse those. There are some different screws in here that you could use. Depends what your setup is. I just have these 2 little holes right there, so whatever screws I got that'll fit in there I'm going to use. And then here's my wires. I got 2 of the line wires here. I just got them taped together. I got 2 neutral wires there. You only need 1 though, but I just got them taped together there. And then I got a copper wire here. I actually ended up using the screws that came with it. They fit in there really good. The important thing here is you want these to be lined up here, because then that way the light will fit on here evenly. If those aren't even, the light will be a little crooked. All right, we'll go ahead and put the light on now. So I bottomed these out, but I still had some trouble getting it to fit. The stucco and everything here just stuck out a little too much, and there wasn't quite enough room in there to screw those in. Couldn't get the covers on there. I had to put a couple washers back in here to extend this out a little bit. If you have another plate, that would work too, because you just need to extend it out just a little bit so that these will protrude past the light fixture there. If you have a flat wall, you probably won't have a problem, but sometimes with this stucco here, it's hard to get the light to sit flat because of all this texture here, so you can have a little bit of an issue getting those to stick out all the way. But I got these bottomed out so they're extended as far as they can go, and then I just got some little washers in there just to extend this plate just enough to get the light to fit. It can be kind of hard to hold this up here while you do the wiring, so I just use a little wire hook here. So I just got that hooked in there like that, and then I got a hook on there, and then that holds the light up in place there. If you have somebody to hold it for you, that'd be a little bit easier, but if you got to do this by yourself, you can just put a hook on there, and then you can do your wiring there. I ended up using a little bit bigger wire nuts here because my wires were a little bigger, so I got these on nice and snug. You can pull on your wires, make sure they're all in there good, and then you can take the wire off there and put the fixture back on. All right, I got all my wires hooked up. I got white to white, black to black, copper to copper. Now I'm just gonna push these back underneath here. Just push everything inside of here, and then I can take this wire off and hook this up here. And then you just screw these nibs on here. You can see with those washers I put on there, it extended it just enough to get it out there. It needs to stick out about that much. See how much it needs to stick out there. It doesn't have to stick out a lot, just enough to get the little nut to stick on there. Be careful with these though. You don't want to drop them. They're hard to find. It does come with an extra one though. So you just get that screwed on there real good. You can see how that looks there. Looks really nice. I just need to install the other one, and then I'll put some light bulbs in and turn the power on, and we'll see how they look. But yeah, you can see it's got a nice textured finish there. The metal's got a nice textured finish. It's got a nice hook here, so it looks like a lantern. And then it just hangs down here, so it looks like this is just a lantern. It is attached on the back there though, so it's really secure. This piece isn't gonna come off or anything. And of course this part here was secured pretty good too. I put those nuts in there, attaching it to the bracket on the wall. I did the same thing on this side. I put those washers back there on the other side to give it a little bit more space there. I'll put the light on here to make sure it all fits right before I connect everything. All right, it looks like it fits there. Now I can go ahead and do the wiring. Just make sure you check it first, especially if you have the stucco walls there. And that way you have those extended to the right length there. You may need to do some washers or use a double bracket, whatever you need to do to get enough space there. And you may not have an issue if you have a flat wall, but this is how I did mine, with the little washers behind it there. Looks like it's almost sunset, so we'll be able to test out the lights. All right, we'll go ahead and turn the breaker back on here. All right, there they are. I put some light bulbs in them there, some antique style light bulbs up in there. I think those look really nice in there. You can put any kind of light bulbs you want, just pretty much, they're just that larger size there, the normal size. Those lights help add to the old lantern type look too, that these lights have here, with that hardware there that makes it look like it's an antique lantern hanging. Those old-fashioned light bulbs help with that too. So yeah, these are pretty nice lights. So you can see how they look up there on the wall there. Those particular lights look really nice against the stucco there.